Have you ever had a thought or some kind of idea bubbling up inside of you and you were like, wow, that is it. Like I want to do this. I want to create this shop. I want to create this photography course. I want to be a coach. I want to be a healer. I want to work with my energy and be in some sort of support for other people, or whatever the dream is, right? Maybe it's something else. Maybe it's like, I want to buy a house. I want a job that really suits me. But it was just a dream. Like it was just in your head, just an idea or a dream relationship where, you have something that is so juicy, that is so cool to actually live, and you can almost feel it. Maybe you can, right? Maybe you're someone like me who can really visualize and actually feel it. But then something happens when we look at our life, our reality, right? It's like this, you have this big vision and you're like, whoa, my reality looks like this and it doesn't look like that one. And the gap between that one and here is like massive. So what happens? You start to lose hope. You start to feel like, I'm not going to make it. Like, who am I to want this, right? You start to feel ashamed or guilty for wanting more, for doing more, for living a reality that seems so far off for maybe many people around you, right? You might actually feel like you're a total outsider, total black sheep, right? Someone who dreams, someone who actually has a vision, someone who is believing something more is possible. And maybe it's not even that extreme, but it's just like you cannot bring this thing into reality and you wonder why it is in your head in the first place. Okay? Why is it in your head in the first place if you cannot even live it in this physicality? Like, what's the point? What's the point in having it then? And then the piece is the actual grief. The actual grief of, that's what I want. That's what I truly desire, but I cannot. I don't know how to bring this alive. I don't know how to live it. I don't know how to make this real. And you start losing hope. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about what happens when we just think we cannot make it anyway. So why all the hassle? Why would we do it? Why would we go through all the pain, right? We know we're gonna make it. So let's not start in the first place. I'm like, yeah, and here it starts. Here it starts. Okay, are you ready? I may actually bring in a couple of things that help you see the whole thing differently. Now, I want you to look at it from an abstracter kind of point where you have that vision. It's all in your head, okay? And it's up there somewhere. But then it doesn't reach your body, right? It does in some sort. It does in the sense of you may feel it. You may really feel how things feel like. Maybe you are even someone who can actually already imagine themselves like having that partner or having that house or having that dream job or that, career that you look for, whatever it is. And you're like bringing this into form is only like touching like this, just tiptoeing kind of thing. It's like a dip in the water, but that's it. And I'm like, yeah, you gotta see where you are. Okay, where are you right now? Are you living in a one-room apartment and you dream from having your own home, right? Or are you someone who is never really talking to people, dreaming to have a relationship or friends or something like that? It's a big step. That's big. And it's not about like bringing you back into reality, but it's about, okay, let me write both of it down. Write both of these realities down. Write down like what you want, right? What is the true desire that you're having? Really the heart desire. Like it needs to be fueled somehow, like something that really brings you joy, okay? It really makes you smile from deep inside. You really, really would enjoy that thing. And then you look at the reality and you write both down, both with the feelings that you are having for each reality. And you actually compare it and you're like, okay, the in-between is the problem. The problem is not that you have that vision. The problem is not that you have this reality. The problem is that the gap in between is probably like big. So you need a bridge from one to the other. And the bridge is oftentimes, I mean, for me, I don't know, you feel for you. For me, a 10 years plan never worked. Those kind of strategies where you're super disciplined and you have all the strategies and, you know, like everything, like I get up by 5 and I'm doing the workout and I'm getting the things done, like all of that hustle thing, for me is not working. It's not running. Maybe it does for you. It does not for me. Okay. So I want to give you the opportunity to be like, okay, if I have a chance to bring this into my reality, maybe it's not tomorrow, but what if I look outside and inside and be like, what is the first breadcrumb that I can actually take? Because let's be real, there is a reason why this actually came into your mind. Maybe you saw it somewhere, maybe it has been with you all along, but maybe you're just missing the piece of following those breadcrumbs. See, you're usually not seeing the full line. We want so badly that we see the whole plan in front of us rolled out. Is it worth it to do the work? You know that one? You will not know until you start. And even then, you may not know for years. Maybe it's just a couple of days until you meet someone you actually like to be with. You don't know if it's happening tomorrow or maybe even tonight. You don't know. But the truth is that if you're not starting, if you're not ready or willing to take the chance to step one step ahead, always just do one step and see where this leads you. The cool thing about this is it brings a lot of new energy into your field because it's so challenging sometimes to actually meet new people. It's challenging to be in a new environment and you don't know anybody. It's challenging to maybe even step in front of your door because you haven't really done so in so long. It's challenging to like buy a new book and to feel excited about your life because you haven't really practiced that. It's all about practicing, repeating, and do it over and over again and see where this is actually going. And sometimes you have to change the course and be like, okay, like I've done that. I think I've learned what I had to learn here and now I need to step B. You know, I need to take a left here because that's how it goes. Like it goes a little bit like this. And then sometimes it goes this and then it goes up again. It's not like this straight line that we learn this is how life goes. That's not life. That's just not it. I mean, if someone else here out, or maybe you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear. But my experience has been that I need to learn to trust myself. I need to learn to trust the resources that I have within. I came on this planet with resources. Maybe you see them, maybe you don't. They're here. Now the question is, when you see those resources, when you feel them, can you actually ask for that help? Can you ask someone to help you? Can you actually go and do some work for you? Can you actually trust a little bit more into yourself and open up your perspective that things may open up for you too? You know what I mean? It's like, if you're super tight and you have this dream, it's a little hard for that thing to come in. But if you open yourself up and if you're like, okay, I'm ready to explore. I'm ready to meet new people. I'm ready to meet this new opportunity. I'm ready to, I don't know, live at a different place. I'm ready to let money in, for example. I'm ready to, for this job interview, I'm ready to, I don't know, talk to my neighbor. I'm ready to speak with nature. I'm ready to open my field up to see what is around, and I have this goal in mind. You know how many cool things are actually coming along with stuff like this? How many things are coming out? Maybe you will never reach your goal. I'm not gonna pretend like you're gonna make it there. But you know what happens on the way? You're actually gonna find so many cool things because you're just opening your field up. You're looking out there and you are like, okay, cool. You know what? I'm ready. Like, I'm already here. Like, I'm already trying. Like, I'm already here. Let's see what is here for me. Let's be open. Let's be real. Let's see what I could do. Because maybe there is even something cooler than I thought is cool. Maybe there is more for me. There is more for you, always. There is more for you to explore, more for you to experience. So stop closing yourself down and open yourself up. And be like, okay, cool. I want to experience this. But you know what? Like, if in my highest good there is other things available, I'm cool. I'm cool for that too. Let me see what is there. Let me see how things unfold. Let me see if I take this one step, what life is actually bringing me. It might be challenging. You may fall a couple of times, but it doesn't matter. You just stand up and you move forward. I know it sucks. I know by own experience. I failed so many times. I'm like, oh God, again. But you get really good at it. You get really good at falling too, because you're like, okay, this time I'm even up earlier because, didn't hurt that much. Didn't hurt my feelings that I didn't make it. Didn't hurt my feelings that I didn't make that job interview. Didn't hurt my feelings that, I wasn't good enough for that partner because it seems we didn't match. And then you go and actually look outside and you're like, okay, cool. What else is here for me? And maybe you get tired on the way. Maybe you are. Maybe you are super, super tired and you take a day and you just relax. You're like, okay, I can feel sorry for myself a little bit. It's okay. But then knowing that you're also creating the whole thing. You're creating a lot of things. And you're also taking responsibility in that, you see. You're making your path. You're bringing all of that vision down into your heart. And you follow those little breadcrumbs. little by little, little by little. And left and right, there is a lot of things, but you also gotta understand. And here's a tricky part. You go on this walk, right? And you have a lot of maybe sightseeing spots, okay, left and right. And it is also about being a little bit more focused than usual. Doesn't mean you cannot take a left or a right turn, but it is also like everywhere you put your energy in, there is a ripple. And it's funny to like even say this here. You know, every single time I take like a left turn for a break or whatever, like I could literally see like the ripple thing on what happened after. And I want you to bring awareness to that too. Like there's nothing bad about it. It's just needing to know that when you are focused and you have this one vision, you have this one dream, right? And you follow that route and you're doing that. And maybe that thing isn't coming right away because it takes a while. And you're like, oh, I don't know, like maybe on that route, I need to take a left turn. But also realizing that when you're doing that there is a ripple effect. And that can be not a sidestep, but like, you know, you're following a different route than originally. And taking that back is usually not really possible. So what you're going to do is you got to be very conscious in taking left or right turns, but then it's also kind of free flowing. Do what you enjoy, bringing joy into your life on a daily basis. Because see, grinding and like working hard every single day, that's cool. But where is the joy? Where is the love? Where is the, I don't know if I ever gonna make it truly. So I gonna laugh every day. I gonna have fun every single day. And maybe I'm a little sad too sometimes, and that's okay. But I want to feel the fullness, the everything, the allness. And you do you in what you want to do. This video is clearly here to bring some hope into things or places that you thought are gone and you cannot have it. But you don't know if you can have it. Not because you haven't tried enough. Like maybe you're someone like one of those who heard like, if you try hard enough and if you're then not making it, it's kind of your fault. That's also like, wouldn't agree with that. Because let's be true. When you want to create the business, for example, there is a lot of things around that you cannot really control. You may have a really good idea, but you may actually have a hard time in the market right now to bring that to the people, or you may be in a country that is not really looking for that idea, but maybe another country is, like you cannot really say all is your fault if things are not rolling. So sometimes it's not really about luck. I think that's like a weird, oh, you're just lucky, like you made it because you're lucky. I think a lot of things fall into place when you are really following your breadcrumbs, when you're following your soul's truth, when you're following this inner structure and not something that you see from outside everyone is doing. So you follow your breadcrumb and you're gonna see, okay, I think this is where I need to go. And you just follow it. And maybe it looks like left or right turn for other people, but for you, it's exactly what you need in order to succeed and in order to get that house or in order to get that money, in order to really live your dream, however and whatever that is like. being open to receive and to feel that. Now, receiving is also, I think, spoken quite a lot at times. And I don't know for you, but I know for myself, I had a rough time like to receive love or to receive help or to, really get close to people. It was tough for me to do all of that because there were a lot of things happening in my past that made it really hard for me to connect. And so, preparing your nervous system to really feel and receive that, receive the love from other people, receive the, hey, come here along, like, I think I know what you need, receiving all of that and not trying to do everything by yourself. Like, if you have a dream, bringing this whole thing into reality is a job for a village, Everyone needs to be part of it a little bit, or not everyone, but like a lot of people are part of it. Like, someone is delivering this and this little thing comes here and then this little thing comes over here. It's like everything is connected, you see? And so, I think this video is purely here to give you some hope, to give you some understanding and give you some courage to actually move forward and to be like, okay, let me try again. I was tired for the last 2 weeks, but let me try again. I try. And enjoy the ride. If you want to be with me on my new course, I'm going to do one which is all about returning home to yourself, being with yourself, feeling who you are, coming home. I'm opening doors by July 15th, and you can join. We start about August 1st. So the doors are open for about 2 weeks and then they're closed again. So if you want to come, then that's your thinking about joining. And with that said, thank you so much for being here, for hopefully enjoying. And with that said, thank you so much. I speak to you very soon. And leave me a comment if you have anything to say, to add, to like really feel into today's episode, then let me know. All right, I speak to you another time.